Well, welcome back to the ranch, everyone. This video is going to be a little bit different than my other videos. This one's going to be mostly just talking, and as you can see below, the title of this video is called Looking for Investors. So, why am I looking for investors? Well, like I've mentioned in other videos, this is a very large project that a 60-year-old man, myself, can't just knock out in the next, year or two to enjoy it. So I'm looking for people who would want to get involved with helping clear some of the brush and stuff like that. This grass is about to get mowed. I've got a neighbor who's going to be doing all that. He wants it for hay, and so that'll make it a lot smoother here. But this tree line right here, this entire tree line, we're talking almost a mile worth of tree line. Some of it's got to be cleared, some of it's got to be raised up, trimmed. Got to take down the old homestead, got to clear an area for the hangar to go, and then eventually get to work on the runway. Right now the runway starts about 200 feet behind you. That's usable as of right now as soon as we mow it, and goes all the way down to where you see those trees sticking out right there. So that's about 2,500 feet that's usable right now before we start smoothing some dirt out on this end, smoothing out, taking some of that dirt that's way up on the mountain there and bringing that back to where those trees are, because there is a dip there and that's got to be pulled this way. So that's going to take a lot of time moving all that dirt. It's just one man, one bulldozer, and I'm looking for people who want to get involved or people who want to donate, those who want to invest and actually have some hangers here. That would be great. Eventually I do want to put some T-hangers back behind those trees that jets back out, and I want to put some T-hangers up there for people who want to, in the area, keep the airplane. Or those who want to just fly in and put their airplane in a hangar and camp out here. It's very quiet, lots of deer. Man, I've got some trail cameras set up to look for the deer, and also because I've been having a lot of trespassers. Hopefully that's taken care of. I closed off an area down there at the other end where people are coming and going. What I need to do is put up fence line. So that right there is another project. There's just a lot of stuff to do, and I'd like to have this, as a usable working airport within the next. And when I say airport, by the way, those of you who are unfamiliar watching this video, we're not talking, Chicago O'Hare. We're talking a grass strip that has 4 or 5 airplanes based here that might fly once a week, And there is general aviation airplanes that do fly by here. I've seen a couple of them in the last 2 days. So they're generally going up to Elkins or flying over Snowshoe, which is just literally 2-minute more flight down this way over Snowshoe. Look around. There's so much stuff to do here. Why would you want to get involved, and why would you want to invest? Well, as I mentioned before, utilities was an issue, no longer an issue with me now owning the mountain and a cabin and some other property that has power on it. We're getting power up to the place where we're going to be putting the shop. When I say shop, I'm talking about a 100 by 100 foot hangar. The side walls are 16 feet, so at the top it's going to be about 24 feet. The hangar door is going to be 60 foot wide by 16 foot high, so you can get a King Air 350 in there if need be. And if we get somebody else involved with this that wants to go bigger, then we can do that. That's why I'm wanting to now ask for those who want to either get involved or invest in the property. So whether it's investment of time or investment of your funds, both we're looking for. But as you can see, this is an incredible place just for me. I mean, I feel very blessed, but I would like to have other people here involved as well, flying in. It's an absolutely gorgeous area, as you can see by the drone footage, and there's just tons of stuff to do in the local area. In fact, I'm going to do a little voiceover. I know you guys probably don't like voiceovers, but I forget all the many things to do in the area. And so I'm going to do that voiceover right now.
Let's begin by talking about the property itself. As you can see in this photo, there's already trails set up for our four-wheeling Also some mountain biking, plan of course on having airplane camping, fun for the whole family, and a good place just to relax. I do plan on down by the creek setting up a shooting range and of course the Airbnbs, which I've talked about before. One of the things I haven't talked about too much is that I plan on putting in a few sites just for camping for tiny homes, RVs, and the like. Touching both sides of the property is the Monongahela National Forest. That is why this land is home to a large variety of wildlife. The Monongahela National Forest has the Scenic Rock Discovery Center, which has absolutely beautiful views, amazing trails, which are fun for the entire family, and has some of the most incredible waterfalls you've ever seen. No matter your age, there are trails that will suit your needs. Nearby, you can rent horses and go horseback riding, and the fly fishing in the area is some of the best. The trout you can pull out of some of these streams are some of the best in the entire state. Although I'm not a golfer, I'm told that the Raven Golf Course at Snowshoe is one of the most unique in West Virginia. The little town of Cass, where the scenic railroad will pick you up and take you on a journey through the mountain, seeing the amazing views, especially during this time of year with the fall colors. During fall and Christmas, be sure to get reservations because seats fill up fast. Just beyond there is the Green Bank Observatory. They have several large radio telescopes and a discovery center, so go check it out. Each year, Snowshoe hosts the Grand National Cross Country Motocross event as well as the Mountain Bike Marathon World Championships. Because the area has such beautiful roads and beautiful scenery, there's a large community of motorcycle riders that tour the area. In fact, there are websites dedicated just for them. Besides the shooting range that I'll have there at my land, there's also ones that you can go to over by Snowshoe. Those of you who are hunters, the nearby area provides a plentiful amount of different types of varieties of species which you can hunt. Whether it's winter or summer, there are side-by-sides which can be rented. And of course, Snowshoe is well known for its skiing, whether it be downhill, cross-country, snowboarding. They will have a run that suits your needs. You can also rent snowmobiles. But if your idea of a good time is sitting around a fire and having a glass of wine, or just hanging out having some great food with friends, the little village of Snowshoe has everything you need. If your idea of a good time is just go exploring, there are several different caves that you can go explore. One's in Lewisburg. The area also hosts a decent nightlife scene for those who want that. But the thing that captured my attention most is the amazing views this area has to offer. Just take a look.
I hope you like taking a look at the area and some of the things that we have to offer here. The reason why things look differently behind me is because, well, it has taken me over a month to get this video out. So before releasing this video, I reached out to a group of friends that are on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in. It has to do with owners of airstrips. And they gave me some feedback. So I wanted to change the way I ended this video so that I could be a little more clear in what I'm offering. I'm not just looking for investors. I'm also looking for people who want to volunteer or get involved with the land, exchange services. I've got one guy that came out here, took a look at the land, and he asked to be able to set up a platform and put a yurt on it, way up there on a mountain. In return for that, he's going to do work for me and help me with some of the tree work and just getting the place in shape. I've got another person who's going to come and work for me, and I want to get other people involved with the development of the land so that we can get this developed faster. For those who want to invest, like I said at the very beginning of the video, please reach out to me. One of the things I'm not looking to do at this time is to sell any of the property. There is a cabin that's part of the 128 acres, which I am going to sell off. It's a nice cabin. There's going to be another video right behind this one about the cabin for sale. And I'll sell off anywhere from 2 to maybe 10 acres along with the cabin. If there was a way to keep it, I would definitely do that. However, right now I can't think of any other than investors like you that may want to get involved and invest. Now, the sale of that that cabin would also include access to the runway once we've got that fully finished. So something like setting up a yurt or maybe a tiny home or an RV, that's something that's definitely a possibility. Towards the end of the property back there where I'm going to be building a shop, power is coming in this next week. He's coming out in, let's see, today's the 21st. He's coming out in 4 days to stake off the right-of-way, the easement, and then they're going to be coming out, clearing the trees, and then putting the power in over to that part. Then it's just a matter of water and sewer. Sewer's pretty easy. Water, it's a matter of getting well drilled or doing some rain catchment. Also, those of you who just like to volunteer, come on out. I'm going to leave my email address right here at the bottom of the screen and also in the description down below. So if you want to reach out to me, maybe you've got a different idea how you'd like to get involved, well, just go ahead and send me an email. Let me know what you want to do and how you'd like to get involved, and let's talk about it. A few things about the property. I've already gotten the FAA to approve this property here. I've gone through the county and the state, so this has already been approved for our runway now. Just a matter of smoothing it out. Now, one of the things that I may be doing, instead of making the full 4,700 foot as a strip, because there's quite a bit of dirt work that has to be done. A lot of dirt has to be moved. So for right now, what I'm thinking about doing is hiring a guy to come and just smooth it out, basically right from where I'm standing all the way down to the dip that goes down that way. That's about 2,300 feet, which is, you know, plenty big enough for landing a regular plane. But right now, you can't quite land here because it's too rough. I mean, if you had big Tundra tires, something like that, maybe, but I still don't recommend it. There's a few potholes and stuff that I'd really like to have it smoothed out first prior to any planes landing here. As far as the airport goes, we're at 3,200 foot elevation and about 40 feet. Depends on where you're at. Right here, we're at a higher spot than down there by the homestead. Now, we only get a few inches of snow every year, although we are only 6 miles away from, as a crow flies, Snowshoe. They're at about 1,500 feet elevation higher than us, and they also make a lot of their snow. But they do get probably more than double the amount of snow that we get here. What that means is during the wintertime, for the most part, you'll be able to use the runway. I also have a blade on my tractor that I'll be using if ever I want to get any of the snow off so that we can use the runway. Well, that about wraps it up, and right now it looks like there's a storm brewing off to the north and it's heading south. So I'm going to go ahead and close out the video here. Thanks for watching. I hope this was informative to you about what's going on in the area here. There's a lot of things happening in this area. It's a great place for an airport, and it's a great place to call home. So those of you who want to get involved, those of you who want to invest, those of you who might want to be able to fly in here and have a hangar here, you know, reach out to me. Like I said, the email address is right there and down in the description. Thanks for watching, everyone, and videos should be coming out a lot sooner now that I'm done with all my training.